We begin in Hogsmeade at native 1440p with ray tracing enabled. Performance starts in the low 50s, which is expected, but at the 13-second mark we hit a major stutter and the frame rate collapses to 10 fps. System RAM spikes to 26GB, a classic VRAM spillover scenario. So the next question is whether DLSS can help. This is the same run during the day with DLSS quality enabled. We do see an improvement with frame rates moving into the mid 40s, but the game still dips into the 30s with frequent micro stutters. It's technically more playable than the native run, but it still feels heavy and inconsistent in this area. On this system, Hogsmeade is simply too heavy for ray tracing at 1440p on a 8GB GPU. Here is the same run with ray tracing turned off at DLSS quality high settings. The difference is immediate. Frame rates jump into the high 60s and even the low 80s. The stutters disappear, GPU utilization becomes healthy again, and frame delivery stabilizes. This shows that for this specific town area, disabling ray tracing restores smooth gameplay. What's interesting is that the behavior completely flips once we leave town, and the arena proves that. Now let's move into the battle arena. Same resolution, same DLSS quality, and ray tracing at medium and low settings still enabled. Immediately the behavior changes. We are sitting comfortably between the mid 60s and the mid 70s, and the frame time graph is far more stable compared to what we saw in Hogsmeade. So why does the performance collapse in the town but remain smooth here? It comes down to memory behavior. The RTX 5060 uses a 128-bit memory bus. You can think of that bus as a fixed width pipe. In Hogsmeade, we exceeded the available VRAM buffer, forcing the GPU to pull data from the system memory through the fixed width pipe, which causes stutter. Here in the arena, VRAM usage stays below 7GB. The entire scene fits inside the GPU memory, so performance remains consistent. We do see some small microstutters here and there, but the system recovers instantly. Check the thermals as well. The GPU is drawing close to 90 watts and boosting to around 2700 MHz, while temperatures remain in the high 60s. This shows that when the VRAM pressure is low, the RTX 5060 can run efficiently and stay cool. The next part surprised me because the open world behaves nothing like Hogsmeade. Finally, let's look at the open world gameplay. We are still using 1440p, DLSS quality, and medium and low ray tracing settings. During the combat sequence, GPU usage is pegged at 99% with power draw above 100 watts. Frame rate sits in the high 60s to low 70s, and VRAM usage remains stable, just under 7GB. This is ideal behavior. Moving deeper into the forest, even casual traversals show flat, consistent frame times. Once combat begins again, performance stays locked in the low to mid 70s, confirming that outside dense hub areas, the 8GB buffer is sufficient for these settings. Now for the streaming stress test. Broom flight. Flying low and fast typically exposes stutter. Here, we are hitting the mid 80s. You may notice minor vegetation and texture pop in ahead, but frame delivery remains smooth with no major stutters. Entering the densest part of the forest, load increases and frame rates drop into the mid 60s. At around the 4-5 mark, we see that the FPS dip to 59, 58, 57 FPS but recovers immediately. This configuration is clearly viable for open world gameplay. So at 1440p with DLSS quality, ray tracing is usable across most of Hogwarts Legacy on the RTX 5060 laptop, with dense hub areas being the main exception.